Hi everyone, welcome to another Family Art Time to Go with the Art Center of Corpus Christi. Today you are going to be making a Dreamcatcher, so let's get started. Okay, let's go over everything that's in your kit. You are going to get a paper plate and we are going to cut out the middle for you. You're going to get a feather template, some yarn, some beads and some punched out stars. You're going to get some scrapbook paper, different sizes, a little bit of tape. What's not in your kit are decorative scissors, or you can use regular scissors, and you will need a hole punch. This is important. And a glue stick and or regular glue. Okay, so this is one that I already made. Just wanted to show you a sample of what you're going to be making. So there you go. That's what it looks like. Okay, so you're going to grab your plate and grab a single hole punch. And what you're going to do is you're going to go right in the middle. There's these ridges that are all around your plate. Go right there in the middle. And you're going to count about 6. Every 6, you're going to punch a hole. So you'll just do that all the way around. Okay, here is your plate with all of your hole punches. I got about 11. You might get 11 or 12. It depends on how far apart you go. The less far apart, the more weaving you get. It's not an exact science. So you're going to get that yarn that we gave you and you're going to cut it in half and save the rest for later. Okay, so now you are going to grab your yarn and tie a knot on the back side. I would make about 3 knots to make it secure. And just cut the excess off. Okay, now you're going to start your weaving. You want to always go from top to bottom all the way across. You never really want to go too close to each one. It doesn't have, there's not an exact science, so your weave can be completely different. Just kind of watch what I'm doing and you just make it your own. And just continue weaving all the way around. It doesn't have to be perfect, like I said. I'm doing it this way. You might do it another way. Okay, so now what you're going to do is try and tie a little knot at the end. It's not that easy, but just try to get at least one knot, and then I'm gonna have you actually tape some down. You'll see. Just a minute here. Cut some off and grab my tape and just gonna tape it down. Okay, so our next step is to get our scrapbook paper and start making it decorative. So what you want to do is make sure that your paper is going to fit in between each of the holes. So just kind of measure it like I'm doing. I just kind of folded it over and just start cutting your paper, each one kind of all the exact same size, both. Okay, so now that you have all of your pieces cut out, I'm going to grab my decorative scissors, and hopefully you have some. And I am going to, again, just make sure and measure in between. And I'm just going to go ahead and, yeah, I needed to cut that one a little bit, but get your decorative scissors if you have some and just go ahead and start cutting on the sides. And I'm just going to do that for the rest of the pieces with that same design. And the other design, I think I'm just going to use regular scissors so they won't have a decorative edge on those. Okay, so always clean up as you go. Now I have my pieces. Still working on getting those cut in the middle of those hole punches, and just continue doing that. Okay, so I'm just going to lay out my design. I'm basically gonna switch each one out, so there's sort of like interesting balance between the different designs that you're going to get with your scrapbook paper. I think I did this and I felt like it wasn't right, and I went back, and now I'm doing it all over again, but it turns out that it was an odd number, so it's okay, it doesn't matter. So now what you're going to do is you're going to start gluing your pieces down all the way around. I took all of mine off and just kept alternating. I'm going to speed this up a bit. I got my stars, and I'm going to actually put those in the middle of each one. You can also place them on top of one of your scrapbook squares. It's whatever you want to do. Okay, so now you're going to cut all of the extra paper that went over the edges, and just start doing that and cleaning your Dreamcatcher up a little bit here. Try to clean as you go. Okay, pull out your hole punch again, because we are going to need, let's see, 3 hole punches for your feathers. 1, 2, go, and 3. Now get your yarn, and you're going to cut between 8 to 12 inches of yarn for each one of your feathers. I think it just depends on how long you want it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Cut 3 pieces. Just set those to the side. Okay, so now you're going to get a pencil and outline your feathers using the template we gave you. You're going to need 3 of them. So grab that scrapbook sheet and turn it over and just start drawing. And then you're going to cut them out. Okay, now here are your 3 feathers. You're going to have to put a hole punch in each one. You don't have to do this part, but I'm just kind of making the little fringe on each side. Okay, now grab a piece of yarn and go ahead and run it through the hole and tie a knot. I tie it at least 2 times. Okay, so now you're going to grab some beads. Sorry for all of this mess that you see here on the side. I'll grab about 5 beads. And what I have found is that you need some kind of water. I use sanitizer that I had next to me, or some kind of lotion. And you're going to put it on the end of your yarn and just kind of twirl it. It's going to help you get your beads on, and that way it doesn't get all fuzzy and harder for you to get those beads on. Okay, so just start putting your beads on. Okay, so now you're going to go ahead and tie your finished feather onto one of the hole punches at the bottom, and just cut that off a little. There you go. Now you're going to do the other 2 the same way. Okay, you're almost done. So now what we need to do is we need to punch a hole at the very top. and get your last piece of yarn and just make the loop as big as you want wherever you're going to hang it, and just go ahead and make a little knot up there at the top so that you have a loop to hang it from wherever you want. And there you go. There's your Dreamcatcher. I hope you enjoyed this family art time. This is Cindy with the Art Center of Corpus Christi. See you next time. Bye-bye.